This past weekend, we saw Boston Breach absolutely fry Toronto Ultra. I was not expecting that. I'm sure you guys won't either. But today, we're going to be breaking down the high-rise control, giving you guys the insides and the outs of why Boston was so dominant in this matchup. Was it just an off series for the boys in purple, or was this a real showing from Boston Breach? We're about to find out as we go into the map 3. And this is actually the first look of high-rise control on the channel as well. So sit back, relax, let's break it down. Starting off, we're going through pretty standard kind of setup here. You see Kleenex on the left hand side does get taken out, sorry, Scrap gets taken out, and as you see that little kind of emoji right there, it's going to be the canisters, the I forgot what they call it, whatever, anyways, the explosives, I forgot what they call it, but basically there's going to be a lot of explosive kills on this map. There's a lot of these kind of explosions on the right side and the left hand side, so you have to be very, very careful. Really quickly, we're actually going to open up TAC maps as well, actually, just so we have that open as well. Give me that 2 seconds there. So, oh, wrong one. So if you guys don't know what TAC maps is, it's a tool I use to break down the gameplay, and what that's going to do is allow us to have a bit more of an insight of basically the mini map as well. So we're going to go through here. So if you guys are trying to improve, I highly recommend using TAC maps. It's a great feature. I don't know who made it, the COD, I don't know, but it's been around for years. An amazing feature. And what we're going to do is we're going to have that open on one tab, and there you go. Now we should be okay. I'm trolling, should be good to go now. There you go. Normally I cut that out, but I couldn't be bothered, so there you go. You're gonna bear with me for that. Okay, starting off, let's go through and see what happens. So we've got number 5 Snoopy gonna go over the right, takes out Kleenex, jumps around the corner, and you see Scrap. First of all, the guy's shooting right now. The guy's absolutely shooting. Good stuff from Snoopy, and I think he might be my rookie of the year. I have a feeling he's gonna absolutely pop off, him or Abuza, but if he counts, I think it's gonna be the boy Snoopy. He is insane. Starting off, goes through, okay, takes out Kleenex. Now what I want to do is also talk about the gunfights and just how the pros play. So straight away, you see, he goes through, he's really just hard triggering around the corner, just making sure he ensures that kill. Once he takes out Kleenex, look what he does. He's already a bit weak. He's going to jump around the corner. As he goes through, he's going to start to pre-fire and take out Scrap. Fantastic job. Get to 2-piece. And now this is what you want to do, right? You want to trap your opponent. So they're obviously coming through this side, the red side. You want to trap, wait, where are they coming? Sorry, they're coming through the blue side, okay? So if you're Snoopy and the boys right now, what you want to try to do is you want to try to trap Toronto in a little funnel. So what you want to do is you want to basically, ideally, get them pushing out this area here, and you want to trap them in this funnel here, and you want to have ARs just shooting through. So you don't want them coming through different areas. You want to kind of just trap them through either this funnel or this funnel, whatever you want to do. You want them to all come out of one way. The way you do that, right, on any map is you set up your assault rifle players so that they're trapping the opponents in the spawn. So right now you kind of want somebody maybe pushed up here, kind of watching this area, and then you want maybe somebody sitting top heli, kind of watching the right, and you basically just want some ARs watching over Snoopy right now. So that's kind of what's happening. You see number 8's pushing out. As they're pushing out, you have number 6 behind him, which is going to be Priester, and Priester's doing exactly this. He's pushing blue, and he's basically watching this right area, and he's just making sure that they've got the angles covered on, so Snoopy has a good shot and basically can survive this. So if we can back off slightly, let's kind of see what happens, because the reason why it's sometimes so hard to see in game what's happening is just because of how fast paced it is. So when we break it down, we have a good job of seeing. So right now, this is huge, okay? As Snoopy goes through and gets a 2-piece, let's once again back off a little bit. I want you to pay attention to the minimap. This is so important. As Capsule jumps on B, Snoopy jumps on A, not only do they put pressure on the minimap for Toronto, they also have so much control. Both of the ticks are going through. Toronto now, they're going to spawn up, right? They're going to spawn up here. They have a decision to make. Do they go towards B? Do they go underground? Or do they go towards A? What they're going to do is they're going to have to make a decision quick. This basically causes havoc, and you're going to see what happens. So as this is so important as well, as number 8 pushes through, okay? So this is what I spoke about map control. You can see number 8, we can see he's around there. It looks like he's maybe underground. Number 8, if we can back off slightly, this is why I wanted to show you guys. Number 8 is what they're trying to do. They're trying to trap Toronto in their base. So there's 4 exits. There's 1 exit here, okay, the front door. There's, we'll call this 1 exit as well, but the middle glass. Then there's the left glass. That's 3 exits. But then they also have this underground through the ladder, through the stairs, okay? And when you go underground, you can go out this bottom tunnel area. We don't want that. If you're Toronto, that's a good escape route, because you can, you can push through underground, you can flank them. So what they're going to do is they're going to send number 8, in this case number 4, which is a submachine gun player, underground, and he's going to block this door. He's going to watch this door and make sure that nobody can push through. And what that does is that gives so much intel to the team of Boston Breach that nobody's pushing through. They have to push either exit 1, exit 2, or exit 3. So that's exactly what's happening right now. So you see he's getting off the point. Now as he's getting off the point, they still want to apply pressure to the point, right? So this is beautiful play from Boston. As you see, Capsidal, he's basically tucked in the corner. He's going to be watching bottom, and now Slasher is going to push up. Slasher is going to get on the point now, and look at this. You actually have a gunfight in the bottom. It's number 8. Number 8 is going to win that gunfight. So not only is he taken out CleanX, who was on the overextension like I mentioned, we have number 3 and number 2 on the right hand side. So it's Envoy and Insight pushing this right door, so you can see it all kind of play out, right? So what they did is they sent CleanX underground to make a pinch. As he got through, he was taken out. Now they sent 2 people on the left here. So again, it's all about, you know, just seeing what angle they go through. And then what you had is you had the player on the hill and you had Priester watching this right hand side. They were able to get some nice team shots over. And as you see now, Snoopy's pushed up. Snoopy took out Envoy. So Snoopy and Priester was able to take out one. They know the last guy who's Insight is tucked on this right corner. So they're going to go through. He actually doesn't see him there. So very unfortunate, to be honest. I thought he saw him, but it looks like, yeah, he was tucked in the corner. So this was the play. So Insight was tucked in the corner. They were trying to kill him. If they killed him, they would have once again been back to square one, and Toronto probably would have lost this round a lot quicker. But you see, they go through. Snoopy does miss him, quite unfortunate, and Scrap does take out Capsidal. So 2 gunfights there that didn't go their way, a little bit unfortunate. However, the good thing is they're putting a lot of pressure on the minimap. You see Priester gets that first tick, and now if we look at the minimap, right, Boston still have a bit of map control. What you're really waiting for right now is Slasher and Priester trying to buy some time for number 8 and number 5, both their SMGs, to push out as quick as possible, and it's all going to come down to these gunfights. And I have to say, Toronto did a phenomenal job. More importantly, Insight and Scrap did a phenomenal job of holding that push. It could have gone really, really bad, but luckily enough, both of the objectives did get 1 tick. So I would say Boston definitely got a lot better there, like did a really good play, but Toronto did a good job of getting out of it. And you see Captain just really taking control of that underground area, you know, pushes through, sees Envoy. I think he could have been a bit more disciplined there. So right now, if you're underground, okay, what you're doing is you want to play with the element of surprise. As you can see from this setup, Boston don't have any real map control, okay? It all comes down to Toronto Ultra having the map control, and this is so important because I know when you're playing a game, right, this is the same as me. You don't know what's happening if you don't know where your teammates are. It's very hard to predict. So if you're Capital right now and you don't have a lot of intel because your team's dead, you really want to just take your time, play your life, and try to flank the opponents. What he did now, in my opinion, is make a small mistake, and I think he had no trigger discipline there. So you see right there, he sees Envoy, he goes for some shots, and now he's like, shit, they know where I am. You see CleanX is going to push through, and he's actually going to take him out, and Insight jumps down, right? So Scrap jumps down. So what I think he could have done there, again, small play, but if he sees Envoy, he doesn't need to do anything. All he has to do is take his time. So right now he sees Envoy. Again, this is a perfect play in my opinion of in hindsight, so it's a bit hard in game, but I'm just trying to, you know, break it down. So he sees Envoy. Instead of shooting right there, he's like, cool, I'm probably not going to get that shot. He could have aimed it. He's like, nah, I'm not getting that shot. I guess he tried to go for it, but whatever. Good centering, just doesn't quite work out. He could have left him. He could have called out to Priester. Okay, someone bottom blue. They would have looked for him, and he could have gone through. He probably could have actually gone to the back there and flanked the player there. Instead, you see the purple boys, they play aggressive. They both jump down, both take him out, and now, once again, they're at the back of their base. So, very difficult there. They go through CleanX with the trades. And what Toronto are trying to do now is they got the life advantage, not too long left on the clock. They're just trying to get these kills here. But number 6, he's doing a good play, goes through, does get taken out on the stairs. And I think Toronto doing a good job of just suffocating Boston. But it all comes down to number 8. Number 8 pushes through, is Capsidal once again, goes underground, and now he gets the kill. And look how different it is. Capsidal makes a play. So again, let's have a look at the minimap, okay? Because it's like a domino effect. So once Capsidal goes through, he takes out the first player. Now we have Insight out in the open. Number 6 is going to go through the left, and you can see he takes out Insight, and now just like that, it's a 4 versus 2. Down to Scrap and down to Envoy. Envoy's at the back of his base. It all comes down to Scrap. What can Scrap do here? And you see Capsidal jumps up. He's very impactful. As he jumps up here, you see he gets stunned, and he absolutely fries Scrap. So Capsidal right there made the god play, okay? He went underground again, got a huge 2-piece, and now they're good as new. And now you can see it's the same thing with the funnel, okay? What they're going to try to do is the team on the blue, which is in this case Boston, they've sent 3 people towards B. They're now going to progress over to the left of the map. So what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to watch this area, and they're going to try to overload the left, and they're basically going to try to funnel, you know, they're going to try funneling Toronto through this right area. So what that's going to do is that's going to create a bit of a distraction. They're going to be able to get B, and then they're going to play with the time left. So you can see right now they're pushing up a little bit. And number 7, what's 7's job right now? Slasher. Slasher's job is so important. While the rest of the team on the left, Slasher just has to watch for anybody that sneaks by, right? Slasher's just watching for the overextension. You see he's watching over, he's chucked a trophy on the hill, and look what I meant, right? Number 5 pushes through, and you can see what they're doing. They're doing a really good job of just distracting them, keeping them back there. Slasher takes out 1, and 7 does actually, oh my god, great play from Slasher. Let's just back off. It's a bit difficult because obviously we can't see all the POVs, but when we really slow it down, you can see a lot of different plays happening at the same time. It's like, imagine like, I don't know, like a football team, right? Or whatever sport you guys watch. Like I watch a lot of football. It's like when the defender does one play, the midfielder does another play. It's kind of like they have to be in kind of tune with each other. But when you break down each individual play, you see how they affect each other. So Slasher watches through. He's watching this middle area. He takes out CleanX. As soon as he takes out CleanX, I love this from Slasher. Just shows great. Look at this play from Slasher. He straight away, look at his arrow. He turns around straight away and he's ready for Envoy on the flank. He goes through, he takes him out. Beautiful play from him. While they're doing this, Snoopy's actually pushed up to the spawn and is able to take out CleanX. Sorry, take out Insight. And now he's taken out Insight. What I spoke about earlier is irrelevant. They've actually got this control now. Now they have this control. There's only 2 things for the Toronto boys to do. One is to go through this way, or one is to go through the front. But either way, they are trapped right now. They are hard stuck in their spawn. And this is where Snoopy can play his life, really distract them. And while Snoopy's doing this, if you're Boston, you want to really push through and progress on B and on A. So you can see while Snoopy is pushed through, they now have 2 people stacking it. And this is why it's so important. While Snoopy pushed through, Slasher got off the helicopter, stacked the B point with them. Snoopy's playing his life phase, taking his time. He sees Scrap out in the distance. Scrap doesn't know where he is. Snoopy takes him out. And once he gets his kill, again, it's all about the reposition. He goes through looking for the trade there, doesn't get it, but it doesn't matter because guess what? 3 people are stacking B. Perfect control from Boston right now. They're holding the angles. They get 3 people down. So not only have they got the life advantage, they also have, you know, the whole of B secured. They have 1 tick of A and they have the time advantage. All because of a series of plays there. Just really good job from the whole team. You see Priester watching the bottom, and you can see what they're doing, right? They're really trying to get into the base of the opponent, but you see good play from CleanX. They're just watching this the flank there. And again, Snoopy just being such a hard kill in the map, going through the side here. He goes through. It's probably going to be a difficult kill here, but he jumps around the corner, gets taken out. They have a lot of time to work with, but if Toronto are perfect here, it's still not going to be over. So they have to be really good here, really effective. And you see they go through, and it's all going to come down to these kills. There's 1, and it all comes down to the trades. As soon as they get a 2-piece, I think they'll be good to go. So they go through, they take out 1, and straight away Slasher again, putting the pressure onto Toronto. 2 down, Toronto have to be perfect here. Number 3 Insight, he's on the other side of the map. He's hoping for a free kill here, but you see if they play their life well, they're not going to give it to him. And what you can see now, let's back off a little bit. It's all about the angle. So right now you can see number 3 Insight, he's just really hoping. Okay, so number 3 Insight is on the top of the propane area. That's what it's called, propane. I completely forgot, but it just came back to me. So Insight is actually sitting up here, top propane, okay? So with Insight being here, this is where Slasher is. Sorry, I'm faded. It's right here. Insight's standing here. If we actually face his arrow to the way he's facing, Insight's facing here, and he's just really hoping he catches somebody slipping in his line of sight. His line of sight right now is very limited to that. Okay, whoever's on the hill kind of has to be in his line of sight. So for example, if Slasher was on this side, he won't be able to see him, and this is why it's so important to have the right line of sight. But while this is going on, you see number 5 again, this is a Snoopy kind of playing aggressive and doing a great job, while Slasher calls out, oh, I'm getting shot top propane, which I assume that's the call out. What Snoopy is going to do is like, right, hang on, okay, so Slasher's getting shot top propane. He sees the bullets right now. He's going to jump here, and while Insight's distracted, he's going to try to take him out. So let's pay attention to the minimap, and this is exactly what's being set up here. Look at number 5. He actually sees him, and now he chases down Insight. Insight's jumped on the crane, and look at this. Forget everything else for a second. Let's just focus on this one gunfight, then we can go back. Look at this. Snoopy's actually chasing down Insight. So he sees him. He pushes through. He actually jumps up top here, goes through, slides across, and he's really looking for Insight. There you go. He takes him out. While this is going on the other side, Priester takes out CleanX, Scrap takes out Priester, Slasher now knows, okay, my left is clear. It's now down to CleanX. Sorry, it's now down to Scrap and Envoy to take out 3 members of Boston. But you guys got to remember, Snoopy now has control of the left. They know that the opponent's all on the right, and I'm very interested to see how Snoopy plays this. So Snoopy's going to push through the left. He gets taken out there. Good play from Envoy to pick it up. But now it's all down to the 2 versus 2. They're getting so much progression on the minimap here. They're going to hold this angle, and it's all about holding angles together. He goes through, he takes out 1, jumps around the corner, and there you go. Massive 2-piece, turns around. I think they're doing a really good job here of just buying buying time for the team. And with 9 lives at this point, it really doesn't matter how many, you know, time you secure the hill. It's all about the kills on the minimap. 8 lives left here. They just have to be perfect, Toronto, but they don't have the facilities right now. With only 4 lives left, Capsule just playing for a pick right now. He sees Envoy's head out in the open, gonna call it to the left. Priest is there, probably get the trade. There you go. Priest gets the trade. Now it's a 4 versus 3. They take the time again. They have so much time to work with. You know, Scrap to the back there. He's going to go through. You see, he's desperately going for this kill because at this point, it doesn't matter with the objective. And again, look at the teamwork from Capsule right now and Priester. He calls out, right, someone on the back desk, absolute. He's probably screaming. That guy's absolute. Look at Priester. Priester's running. He doesn't care about the objective. Goes through and takes him out. And now they go through. They see Kleenex on the distance. 7v1. Kleenex on the point. He has to be perfect. Not good enough. Oh my God. What a round from Boston. I spoke so much there. Ooh, let's take a second to regain like they do with their water bottle right. They're all going for the regain. And I think right there, I just think, honestly, I think it came down to a lot of individual plays. And on the offense, right, you kind of have to be putting the pressure on the opponents constantly. And I feel like for majority of that match, for that round, sorry, you know, Toronto were probably at this area of the map. I would say Toronto Ultra, if we go back to the line, I would say Toronto Ultra spent majority of that map in their half. Okay, that's just not good enough for a control team on defense. You want to be putting the pressure. Ideally, they have a lot of like mid-map control. Like what you want to be doing is you want to have somebody sitting here watching this right lane here, somebody sitting on the B point kind of watching underground, maybe somebody top heli kind of watching this area, and maybe somebody pushed out A. That's like a perfect setup because you're trapping the opponents in this area here. But in fact, I don't think that happened once that game. I feel like the whole map right there was just Boston Breach kind of making plays. And I mean, the ARs did a really good job, but I really like the way the Submachine Guns played, right? Capsule, you know, making plays underground, Snoopy making plays constantly, Priester going 9 kills. I think they just all played really well there, but let's see what happens on the other side. Priester once again opening up the blood with the propane, taking out Scrap, and you can see this beginning is all about the mid-map battle, okay? Snoopy goes through, takes out 1, Priester overcommitting there. I love the jump shots from Kleenex right there. Let's just break that one down. Goes through, look at this, just great jump shots there. Very small thing, but just great mechanics from him. Goes through, takes him out, good use of equipment, and just pretty standard stuff right now, but I think he actually stunned his teammates, so maybe not the best use of equipment. But anyways, goes through. Oh my God, they're just getting fried right there. Takes out 2, backs off. Scrap is absolutely one shot here, and again, you can just see they're all fighting. So what you want to do on this map, right, is just fight for the outer control. Everything else will come with it. But if you can fight for this side of the map, so if you can fight for heli control, and then if you can fight for this side of the map as well, you have such an advantage because you've got literally 2 lanes. And the middle map just all comes down to the SMGs making plays underground. That's all it's about. So if your ARs can get control of basically the left side and the right side, and your submachine guns can get control of, like, you know, bottom blue and all that stuff, you have so much map control, and then from there it's about progressing forward. So you can see they're going forward here. 7's push through, 7 versus 3 here. It's a huge gunfight. 3 goes on the point, and it all comes down to this, but Slasher wins that. I think Slasher winning this is very, very bad for Toronto, because now, you know, number 3 has got a lot to work with. So number 3 Insight, he's got a lot to work with, because now he has to worry about Slasher. He has to worry about somebody jumping up behind him. He has to worry about so much right now. And you can see, you know, he's just chucking a stun, chucking a nade, and someone's right behind him. They're going to jump through, and Capsule takes him out. So Envoy goes through, and it's all going to be about the trades there. Fantastic play from Cap right there. He makes Envoy one shot. Now Envoy knows somebody might be chasing him. He's just playing the off angle, taking his time. Capsule was right there. Does he win this? Oh my God, again, huge win from Capsule. He wins 2 in a row right there. Priester wins another. They now, look at that. So when Priester wins the other one, they get 3 down. And this is what I mean by playing your life, okay? So as soon as Priester gets 1 and Capsule gets 2, let's see who's up. You know, he sees 1 up top here. Kleenex gets 1, but now you see Scrap up top. Priester calls him out, goes through, gets taken out, and just like that, you know, great job from Toronto. But it all comes down to these trades. They go through, and I think that was a bit of a troll from Slasher just to run off there. And I think Toronto did an excellent job there. Considering the circumstances, did an excellent job. What is Snoopy doing? He's on the other side of the map, trying to get some high ground. And they're doing a really good job now, Toronto. So if I'm Boston right now, I'm just trying to slow the game down because they've had such a quick start here, Toronto, and I'm really trying to get these kills and just progress through the map. But I think they got to slow the game down a little bit. Sorry, my voice is going. Oh, it's because I talk so fast. But yeah, anyways, they go through, you know, he sees 1, takes out Capsule. Oh my God, no way, Kleenex, bro. You just got to be winning that. Oh my God. He got fried there. I'm not even gonna, you know, don't know what to say about that. Gets fried. Capsule wins 1. Oh my God, like, Bro, these gunfights, they just can't be losing these gunfights. You know, he goes through scraps, he's Priester, you know, Priester just shits on him, to be honest. You can't be losing that. Again, a bit of trigger discipline. Luckily, Envoy takes out one, backs off. I like the use of the stun here, but, you know, a little bit too wide. Goes through, plays his life, and just like that, man, Boston doing a very good job of staying disciplined and just holding their angles. They go through, take out another two, and you see right there, within a flip of a switch, within about 10 seconds, the whole map is changed. Toronto had Boston trapped in the back, and now if you actually look at the minimap, right, look at number 7. It's Slasher. Slasher's pushing through, and he's literally in the spawn of Toronto. This didn't happen on the other side. Last round, this did not happen. There was not one time where Toronto players were pushed up this far. But what this is going to do is just cause so much havoc, because all he has to do is wait, is take his time, man. Look at this. I love this. I love this play from Slasher. He's going to get this kill. Now he gets his kill. Look at that. Number 3 turns around. This is just buying him time. Look at that. Even if Inside gets a kill, that's fine. That's just buying them time. They go through. Number 2's isolated there. And look, Priester takes out Scrap. It's just stopping the push of the offense. That's all he's doing there. He takes that one. He gets a second. He gets traded. That's fine, because now look, Inside's taking his time. Now look where Inside is. Inside's at the back of the map still, and they're just not progressing through the map. Priester takes that one, backs off a little bit, plays a different angle, and now he's going to look at this again. He takes his time. He's going to watch the top here, goes through Scrap. Great job there from Envoy, sorry. But now Capital, he's there for backup. You know what I mean? They've just got constant backup. 2 go down. He takes out one there, and now, oh my god, yeah, I was going to say, if he gets a 2-piece, that would be huge. So it gets a little bit mixy there. It does get a little bit mixy here. As soon as he gets one, Envoy with a great push through, takes out one, and it gets a little bit mixy here. And if you're Toronto, you know, you're looking kind of, it's looking kind of good right now. It's looking good, kind of good. Goes through. I think Inside trolls here. I think if you're Inside right now, you know, you're banking on another kill. They do call you out on the left, so they know you're going to push. I think you have to be a little bit smarter here, knowing they're already set up, and he probably could have shouldered this. I know what he's trying to do, trying to get to the head glitch, but great play from Snoopy. Absolutely fries Insight. Now they lose Insight, and Priester gets a kill on Envoy. Oh, I think the round's kind of chalk now, man. You see Envoy's Scraps by himself. Again, great shots from Snoopy. Scraps by himself. They're going to push through, play aggressive. As they play aggressive onto Scrap, you see Snoopy at the back of the line, kind of just taking his time, playing his life there, and they are able to take out Scrap. Snoopy takes out Insight, and you know what I mean? The round's just over at this point. So I think Toronto could have really won this round. Just a few decisions just didn't go their way. And to be completely honest, it was just one of those days. They just didn't play their best. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't worry as a Toronto fan. They're still top 3, top 4 team in the game, 1,000,000%. Just one of those days where Envoy specifically just didn't have the series that he's, you know, up to his standards, which is fine. You can see they're not too stressed out about it. As long as that doesn't happen on a consistent basis, they're good to go. But I mean, that team, you know, they're a great team. Definitely nothing to worry about. But on the side of Boston, man, they're looking good. I think the teamwork from Boston is looking nice, considering the start they had in the CDO as well. It was looking kind of scary this year. You know, the first 2 or 3 games they did lose, so it's nice that they came with a bang against a very good, very coordinated Toronto team, and they look good, man. They look great. Look at this again. You know, as you look at the teamwork, man. So Priester wins his one. Scrap goes through, tries to get the trade on Priester. Capital slides in. It's just flawless teamwork. 3 go down. Insight's weak now, so they're going to call him out. They're going to push through. Look, as soon as he takes out Slasher, let's see when the trade goes in. There you go. Within seconds. So it's all about trading efficiently. So look at this. He kills what's his name? He kills Slasher. He tries to go upstairs. As he kills him, Snoopy's already there for the trade. Is able to take him out. And once again, they're pushing through. Just a good job of controlling the game, controlling the tempo. I'm not a fan of Capital pushing through there. I really think that some of these teams, sometimes they get too over aggressive in the base. Because I'm just thinking, like, right now, I'm really convinced, you know that Toronto already in the base, right? So you don't want to be in there just yet. I think if you're going to sneak through, the right side's the best way, because you can kind of get in and shoulder it. But if I'm Capital right now, I'm probably just playing an off angle with the front. Like right now, I'm probably just pre-aiming, standing on this head glitch. And you probably could have caught Envoy kind of just running there. But instead, he pushes through, overcommits slightly. Yeah, you know what? I definitely think they could have played this a lot smoother. Let me explain why. Snoopy's on the right, okay? So Snoopy can hold the right angle. If you look here, if Capital doesn't push that, let's just say Capital holds that angle, he can give the information. And what happens is Snoopy can go to the left and help him with an AR. All they have to do in this scenario is, okay, so right now, let's just say it's Capital, okay? If Capital just plays like on the floor here, and he watches this front area, he has his whole cross, okay? Snoopy's sitting in the hill like this. So Snoopy's watching his right. Let's just say for argument's sake, Envoy jumps out. Capital can tell Snoopy, right, middle glass. Snoopy then repositions, has a look there, as Snoopy's shooting him and, you know, maybe have a gunfight, Capitul's behind him. He can wait, take his time, maybe two of them push, and he can get a two-piece. I think he has to play his life a bit better. And at the same time, right, if somebody goes through the left entrance there, this is why I'm saying this is important, because all entrances were covered. Look at this. Number 6 is on the hill. He has vision of this door here. So right now they could have actually trapped them fully there, because as well, number 6, he actually has vision of underground as well. So I think between 3 of them, they could have covered all exits, but instead I think Capsule got a little bit over aggressive there. I really believe if he played his life, the round would have been over right here. So he could have taken his time, because now look what happens. When he dies, you see there's a lot more pressure. Look, number 2's pushing out, and guess what? Snoopy overcommits, Scrap takes him out. But look what I mean. Priester had this whole left window. So all Capsule had to do, in my opinion, was play his life there. He could have held the middle, because now you can see, you know, Priester takes out one, but just so much pressure, right? Slasher gets another one. Oh, this round would have been done 100%. This round would have been done right there. Not the end of the world, but just a side note, I think this round would have been over. They get a lot more pressure, and you see they're trying to stack the point here, trying to get that two guard go down. Goes through a little bit of an overcommitment there, but there's so many players around him, so I don't even blame him. Goes through, takes out one, and yeah, maybe, you know, just a great play from Toronto bailing out there, but I think Capsule could have done a little bit more. Goes through, the trades are in. Priester takes out one. Great shots from Priester there, man. I love the play from Priester to win the gunfight. Gets a huge two-piece, and they're good as new, man. They're going through. And I mean, I don't know what more to say, but Priester just kind of frying, man. He's just having a takeover map right now. And on the other side, you know, pretty average performance from the boys in purple. But Snoopy with a huge two-piece. It goes down to the A point. They've got the life advantage. They have the time. Everything on their side here. But number 1, can number 1 make a play? Of course he can. It's going to be Scrap. And Scrap, he makes a god play right now. If they were to win this round, it would have been because of Scrap. This round is basically over. But this is why when someone sneaks by, it's so important. I want you to pay attention to the arrows in green. Every single one of the green arrow is facing forward, okay? Besides number 7, who is facing sideways. But the point is, no one is looking at their flank. Every single one of the green arrows is facing left, okay? So they're, in this case, the blue arrows. Every single one of the arrows is facing left. No one is facing right, which is their spawn. So Scrap right now, he's behind them. So look what he does. He takes his time. You see, he goes through, he turns around, he absolutely beams Slasher. As soon as he beams Slasher, he knows Capsule is still in their spawn. So he turns around, goes through, and he wins that gunfight. So not only did he kill Slasher off the point, he also kills Capsule there. Snoopy, once again, I think overcommits to the right, but he did get into a 2 versus 1. So he gets 1, which is fine, and gets traded. And just like that, they're able to break that point. You see, Priester goes behind, and I think, again, just great discipline from Kleenex there to turn around, watch behind it. I don't know if he saw him or what, but really good play from Kleenex. I think Priester, if you got a sub there, you can be a bit more aggressive. With an AR, you maybe want to be a bit more kind of just holding that angle there, because he kind of got caught sprinting. And this is the play. This is what we didn't see from the first round. Look what Scrap's doing. He's sitting in a great spot, a perfect spot. He's at the back of the spawn. He pushes through. He takes out 1. He takes out 2. And Scrap right now is keeping them in this round. This is what you want to see. You want to see your ARs or your subs getting aggressive and spawn trapping them. So look what he's going to do. Okay, with 20 seconds left, this round should be over. He's keeping it close. So you see, it's a 3 versus 2 in the middle. Scrap goes through, and look at this as well. Trigger discipline. He's taking his time. The reason he's not shooting straight away is in case somebody else jumps through, or this guy, he wants to get clear shots on. So he goes through, he takes out 1. As soon as he takes out 1, he jumps out. He knows someone's going to be on the left, so he goes through, jumps through, and destroys Slasher. Huge 2-piece. So although Snoopy gets a kill, oh my god, Scrap is frying right now. He gets a 2-piece, almost takes out the 3rd. And again, look, he's holding the angle. Sees Slasher there, really bad timing there. Very, very unlucky timing. Jumps through, almost gets that kill as well. But I just think it was a great play there from Slasher. Sorry, from Scrap. And you can just see both sides are trying to get into each other's base. Snoopy goes through, and I think he could have won that one while Kleenex was weak, but not the end of the world. But yeah, man, it all comes down to the pressure. Just really good play from both teams. You see Toronto getting back into this one slowly, but the life advantage to Boston right now all comes down to number 8 going on the flank here. He sees him. This gunfight's huge. Takes him out. Perfect. As soon as he takes him out, again, the pressure is on. They don't know what's happening, but I promise you, someone here is tweaking. There you go. It's number 2 and number 4. They're just going to be turning around because, oh my god, this is such an important play, man. I know I'm getting so like crazy about this, but when you get a kill on the flank, I want you to look at the arrows. Look at 2 and look at 4. They're both tweaking. As soon as Capsule gets that kill, Insight's like, yo, flank, flank, flank. They're both turning around. Now imagine if Priester wins this gunfight, which was very doable. They are now trapped in this scenario, all because Capital makes that play. As soon as Capital gets that kill, look at this. They're tweaking. They're looking at the flank. They don't know what's happening. They go through. They do end up getting the kills right now. But again, it's just about having the map control. If you can flank somebody and get a kill, I promise you the rest of the team are going to be very worried about you. And it's just going to cause some confusion. Even if you get the flank and reposition, you're in a very, very good spot. But it all comes down to this. 6 versus 5. Let's really focus and see what happens. Toronto, excellent job of winning the gunfights. They go through. Inside gets caught lacking there. Capital takes him out again. Cap doing a fantastic job holding the underground position. Goes through and gets another kill. 2-piece from Capital right there. The guy is on a mission. 22 kills. But it's more importantly for me, he's making the plays, man. It's not about the kills for Cap. It's just about the plays he's making. He's doing what a submachine gun should be doing. He's going through, he's stretching the map out, and he's really making sure that just the players that are, you know, overextending, he's just being a real nuisance on the map. So if you're a submachine gun player, really watch this from Capital and see what you need to be doing. If you're an AR player, this is something to look out for. Someone like Capital, the plays they're making, if you're an AR player, that is a nightmare. So you want to make sure you're stopping that as much as possible. Snoopy goes through the right here, and you see they're just buying time. Priester gets one, and now it's all up to Capital once again. Capital's going to go through. He sees middle map pair, and he's going to take his time. He goes through, he makes Insight weak. He gives the information through, and it all comes down to this 1 versus 3. Now, Insight, I don't know what he does here, but he gets very, very close. Look at that. He shoots them. He goes through. It's now 1 versus 1. And I want to break this down from Big Slasher because he had a fantastic play. Look at this. He knows he's on the right. He sees him, okay? He sees him on the right, and Slasher's on the right. I'm going to chow this guy. So look at this. He slides through. Look at that. First of all, sliding camera to the opponent. Then he jumps around the corner. So when you slide around the corner, he slide cancels around the corner, gives him that slight advantage, and then he jumps around the corner. So look, he slides through, jumps around the corner, and he just absolutely guns Insight. It just wasn't the day for Toronto. Hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Bit of a longer one of Control. We've not broken down high rise before, so I wanted to go through, you know, the different angles, the different stuff. And by the way, if you're new here and you're still watching, you obviously enjoyed the video, so please drop a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. You guys know I upload 2 to 3 times a day. I've also got a Warzone channel in the description if you guys like Warzone. We're on the content grind now. We're approaching the holiday season. It's time to grind, time to level up the content as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll catch you for some more breakdowns either tonight or tomorrow. Have a good day. I'll catch you then. Peace. I do not want to watch FaZe versus Toronto. Thank you, YouTube. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.